breaking news and black culture, of course. That's what this channel covers. And we do it from a position of not trying to fit in with either party, man. Look, we're not here to make you be a Republican or a Democrat. People assume these things because I have such little love for the Democratic Party. I don't know why they think that. I don't know why they think I want you to be a Republican. I don't. I want you to be independent thinker and voter. I want you to do what's in your best interest. I can't tell you what that is. I can give advice. I can be critical and make points here and there on it, but I can't determine for you what's important for you and your family. That's going to be for you. You know what I'm saying? But what I am critical of is the Democratic Party. In fact, when people say I'm a Democratic Party hater, and I agree with them, I am. Democratic Party hater, not a Democrat people hater, not a Republican people hater. In fact, I hate the Republican Party too. It's just less hate because I never ever supported the Republican Party. How are you going to hate a restaurant you never really went to? It's just crazy. And people with this idea in their heads, right? I gotta say, fam, it seems like you're just being protectionism. You're like protecting the Democrats from criticism. If I go to a restaurant and I tell you I can't stand the way that restaurant treated me, the food was garbage, the prices are too high, and we should never go back, hey man, you got every right in the world to say that. Not the Democrat stuff. Yeah, you can go and badmouth a restaurant you don't like, and nobody call you a sellout. No one will say that you're a bad person. No one will say you done betrayed something. But if you badmouth the Democratic Party after years of watching your people support them, people act like that's something that's illegal, like you done broke a law. Yeah, man, we got to get past this, man. The Democratic Party is not the party of black people. We don't own that party. We don't run that party. That party's not operating in our best interest. In fact, let's take off the elephant in the room. It's high time that we become more critical of the Democratic Party and stop being their suckers. Them days is over, Johnson. We need to move into a new era of politics. We got to turn the page on all this nonsense. We got to stand up for what's important to us and move forward. And that goes for all people. But since black Americans vote for the Democratic Party 90 to 95% of the time, who should I be talking to first? Us. Only makes sense. We the ones keep giving our votes to them. Sometimes we won't even look and see what else is running. We don't even know what a Green Party is. Never heard of a Socialist Party. Don't pay any attention to the Republican Party. Never even bothered to get involved or even consider Independent Party, anything else. And that's just bad stewardship. That's just bad policy. That's a bad way to operate, fam, and we need to cease that. And I'm here to say it loud and clear with my chest. So look, man, give it up for that. But how y'all doing now? Brother came in here hot, didn't he? Yeah, man, I came in a little hot, man. We got to demand more than just listen to empty promises. We just do, So what's going on, people? Y'all, I'm checking out my people. I got my wolf pack in the house. Now, the wolf pack are the members of the Tim Black VIP. These are the people that keep the show going. They support the show. They are members of the show. They're paid members of the show. They're on YouTube and they're on Patreon, right? These people, man, they're amazing, man. Sometimes they got to keep me honest. Sometimes they're reminding me of stuff I may have forgot or missed. Remember, guys, I'm one guy sitting up here talking to y'all. I do my research, but I make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like last week, I needed y'all help big time, man. And I appreciate y'all. I may not have liked it at first, but after I did my research, I was damn glad you guys got me. because I don't want to put out wrong information. I don't want to make a mistake. I want to be right. Look, cable news don't want to be right. When they make a mistake, it's not a mistake, damn it. They did it on purpose. You understand the difference? When I make a mistake, it's a damn mistake. When they make a mistake, it's marketing. It was intentional. It's what their bosses told them to say, or what the advertisers expected, or what their donors demand. You understand what I'm saying? That ain't the case here. So stop treating it like it is. A mistake is a mistake. I know it gets you mad. You get me mad too. My name's on this. Your name ain't. My name is on this. My face is on this. I got people out here that don't even show you who they are. Of course I want my stuff to be right. My face is here. My family see me. My kids see me. My former co-workers see me. They see me. I got everything on the line. Of course I want to be right. Damn it. Sometimes, man, people are cold-blooded, man. There's other channels out here, you don't even know who run the channel. Could be a 4'4" Korean dude. You don't know, with a voice changing machine. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know who it is. Could be a white guy with a voice changing machine. You don't know. Hell, could be a Mexican woman with a voice changing machine. You don't know. You don't know, do you? Do you know? You don't know. Hey, not saying there's anything wrong with that. I was keeping it real with you. Y'all done met my wife, my kids. Y'all cold-blooded, man. You don't even know what the people look like. Gonna give me all types of flack. Got my wife in the video. I used to do a show with my wife on this joint. You don't even know if these people have wives. You don't know nothing about them. But you be far more lenient, boy, I tell you. Oh, man. What's wrong with you? In the words of T.K. Kirkland, who raised you? He don't put all that emphasis on it, Tim. Who raised you? Yeah, he said it like that. He said it like that. So Tim Blackswood is in the building, man. What's up, y'all? What's up, Anthony McDowell and Andy Jackson? What's cracking, Diamond G? Mahalia Naturals in the building. Elizabeth Lunny's in the house. AT in the building. Jason. What up, JT? Jason Thomas. Princess. Man, y'all bad, man. Y'all bad as me. Y'all bad as me, man. I know I'm bad. I know I'm bad. But y'all bad as me. I ain't the only one going, gonna be judged one day. Y'all gonna be judged too. I ain't by myself. Y'all bad as I am. Self-made in the building. Rule Boy, NC, Tay Diggs, Scotty Jenkins, Black Rose, Captain Private, Pachanda's in the building, along with Irene Bertoni. What up? We got the notorious KIP Doctor. What up? Dry tit. Okay. I don't know. David Melfi came through. What up, Dave? Damn. Dave Melfi. That's one of the brothers I go way back with. That's a decade right there, sir. That's a decade. Curlin Quinn in the house. Marjorie Lemons. Quince Randolph. Man, yeah, we doing it. Prophet with S-Biz. Man, I'm feeling good, y'all. I said I'm feeling good with Philantavius. Yo. Why they even put him up on the screen? Oh, Lord. Here he goes. Gotta save him. Gotta save him. Gotta save the Russian. Get on in there, Michael Clark Duncan. I feel you, man. It's only right, Tim. God bless his heart. God bless your heart. Fellow and Savior. Okay, guys, let's do this, man. Let's get off into the content. Tonight's show is brought to you by the Tim Black Legacy Mug, available at timblackmug.com. It's a dishwasher, microwave, and hater safe. $20 to your door. Go to timblackmug.com, get yours, order yours, support independent media, get something you will use, and let it sit on your table and remind you. Buy black. How many people are interested in buying black? How many people want to do more than just talk the talk? How many of y'all are determined to walk the walk? Check the pinned comment where I put together a directory, a vetted directory, a black directory of businesses, and maybe it can be useful for you. It's a free download. Click the link, hit right click and save or print to PDF or save, download. It's all free, Johnson. Just a little resource I found that I put together through a little bit of searching, and just wanted to do something tangible, man. We want to move things forward, don't we? We want to move things forward. We don't just want to talk about it. Speaking of talking about it, right now you're right in the midst of the Black Truth Challenge. Now, the Black Truth Challenge is where we call out politicians and media type people, and we ask them tough questions. The whole idea is to get some viral push that makes them have to answer us, right? So the Black Truth Challenge, we've already posed questions to Jasmine Crockett, Roland Martin, Maxine Waters, Jim Clyburn, Al Sharpton, and we're gonna continue. I need you to make suggestions for who else should be questions in the Black Truth Challenge, y'all. So come be a part of it. Black Truth Challenge. Use that as your hashtag. Hashtag Black Truth Challenge. Black Truth Challenge. All right. I'm ready, man. Y'all ready? Hey, go on it. I see my people in the house, man. Yeah. Yes. Say it 3 times. Black Truth Challenge. Black Truth Challenge. Black Truth Challenge. Yeah, here we go. Gotta enunciate, Tim. Take your time. Take your time. Say it, Tim Black. All right, Johnson. I'm ready to get into this. Yeah, I'm ready, man. Y'all ready? Well, let's get it going, man. Let's get this content up on the screen, man. So it's Sunday, and Sunday is always a powerful day on this show, I think. I think it's one of the better days of the week, man. People are kind of kicking back to getting ready for Monday. They get ready to go back to work. And they're like, man, sometimes it's hard to find good stuff on TV, but I'm glad you tuned in to the Tim Black Show. Remember, go to jointimblack.com to become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. $5 a month. That's how we start off. $5 a month. That's all. Just $5. Become a VIP, get access to everything, and get a lot of the stuff before the rest of the world gets it. All right, y'all. Let's go, Johnson. I'm ready if you are.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
New here at 5, FBI agents arrested a Miami Township man accused of threatening to kill tens of thousands of people in Cincinnati. News Center 7's Mike Campbell is live downtown. Mike, you were in federal court as the suspect faced a judge this afternoon.
And James, FBI agents say that Hannah actually posted his threats on X, formerly Twitter, and they say his posts seem to be in reference to a recent viral video out of Cincinnati where a large group of people appeared to target a couple for assault. Now, Hannah's post actually promoted even more violence. It appeared racially motivated, and it landed him here in federal court. Our cameras are not allowed in federal court, but I was inside for the hearing. Scott Hannah is charged with one count of making an interstate threat with intent to harm. Cincinnati learned of the post Thursday and asked the FBI to help track down the person responsible. The social media post seems to reference this disturbing viral video that took place after a Cincinnati street festival. A large group of people appear to target a man and a woman and violently assault him. Cincinnati police and many lawmakers on all levels condemned the attack. But Hannah's Thursday posting suggested deadly violence and is even more disturbing. He wrote, "Since at Governor Mike DeWine and at OSHP won't do anything about this nonsense, we the people need to paint the town red and kill them all. By Sunday, we are aiming to have killed 30,000. FBI agents tracked Hannah to a Dayton suburb and arrested him, booking him into jail Friday morning. FBI agents wrote in court documents that they learned Hannah had police interaction last September where he threatened to cut a woman's head off. The agent went on to state that the same department had dealt with an earlier incident where Hannah swung a sword at the same woman's neck, resulting in physical injury. During one of those two incidents, Hannah became upset and screamed at officers using a racial slur. And back live here, the maximum penalty for a conviction in federal court on the charge that Hannah is facing would be 5 years behind bars. Now, we continue to dig into court records and police records about this late-breaking case. We right now believe that the local police agency the FBI was referencing in those court documents is the Miami Township Police Department. Reporting live in downtown Dayton, Mike Campbell, News Center 7.
All right, Mike, thank you. And Jeffrey.
Next on.
Wow. Wow, guys. Well, that seems a little crazy, doesn't it? Yeah, it seems a little crazy. Scott Hannah said he would have killed 30,000 black people. And he's in Ohio. He's in Dayton. This happened in Cincinnati. Is anybody surprised that this post, this threatening post, appeared on X? I bet you Elon wouldn't even take it down. In fact, he may have retweeted it. Elon's such a great guy. Yeah, such a great guy. Vivek perpetuating it. Even this program, they started the clip off by showing the guy getting his ass kicked. They forgot the part where he started it. And for some reason, people like starting the clips where there's a white guy getting beat up. They leave out when the white guy smacks a black guy whose hands aren't even raised. But that's fine because, we don't want people to get the wrong idea about what took place. They might start thinking, hey, this guy was starting shit. Hey, he's crazy. He brought his friends. He got his friends into a fight with a mob of people, a rack of people, for no reason. He put everybody's life in jeopardy. So let's take a look at this. So we got this guy who's a known bad guy, and he's trying to recruit people, trying to rile people up on social media to go and commit mass murder over a white Russian dude getting beat up. Listen, guys. Listen, I want to be clear. I got one correction I need to make. Someone contacted me earlier today, and they said, that woman, the woman that got punched, she's an American citizen. She is a resident of Ohio. She's not Russian. She was just with the Russians. Like, oh, okay, I got it. That's an honest mistake. I just thought Russians kind of rushed together. So, all right, no, she's not Russian. But everything else is solid. The Russian guy is not an American citizen. But that doesn't stop a lot of my so-called Republican patriots for wanting to side with the foreigner. Yeah, they want to. They're so MAGA. They're so MAGA. They're so, make America first, put America first. And when it comes down to it, it's what they really mean is white people, black people last. Yeah, even in their own country. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Now, just imagine if it had been white guys who beat up a Sudanese or a Somalian who was talking smack to those white guys and then smacked one of those white guys. I wonder if they'd have the same opinion. Well, see, we already know the opinion would be different. We already know that, right? Yeah, we're positive it would be different because then it would be justified. They'd be like, you got what you came for. Then they all be playing that Jason Aldean song, Small Town. Try that in a small town. We'll be blurring out the speakers. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Trump was making inroads with the Black American voter. I'm not saying he probably isn't still, but I mean, if I was a black voter who was considering Trump, which I'm not, which you can't, right? He's done, right? He ain't running again, is he? No, he's not running again. So, but it seemed like Trump was making moves. He got more Black American votes, particularly male votes, probably female votes, women votes too. Trump got more of the black vote than any other Republican in the last 50 years, right? He made a lot of moves, all for it to be pissed away because his vice president and this other guy who was a friend of who was with Doge and Elon Musk, all of them came out riding the bigot train. Yeah, none of them mentioned, not Vivek, not J.D. Vance, and not Elon Musk. Musk have made tweets or comments that say, hey, this white guy kind of started it. Because they're all greedy cowards. They're greedy first. And in the case of Elon, he's not a coward. JD's not a coward. At least I don't think he is. Not in that way. I don't think they're worried that something's going to happen to him. It's just they don't want to stand up for black people because it's not a lot of upsides to standing up for black people is what I'm saying. It'd just be bad for business. And at the end of the day, Elon Musk, with Tesla taking a hit and X taking a hit, and even if they didn't take a hit, I think since it's not good business for him, he won't grow his platform standing up for black people. Yeah, it's like he does the opposite. He gets people that will bash black people, use the N-word, and other types of slurs for black people on his platform every day. And he won't take a damn. So it is what it is. So this guy, they got him, and I don't know if he actually took steps to do it. I don't know if he actually started amassing any type of arsenal stockpile or if he had actual plans, sort of drafted up a real true conspiracy. But he did type it. He did post it. And I'm guessing he didn't delete it. So yeah, that's a bad thing, and that's a charge. And not to mention the guy he has had violence in his past. So who knows? Maybe he did have, maybe he had designs to kind of get it done. I don't know. Man, this whole thing has turned into a never-ending story, hasn't it? Yeah, man, it's not going anywhere, man, because the bottom line is we got so much hostility, so much racial division. Man, I don't care where you go, fam. I don't care. I don't understand why. I guess it's like this. White Americans think black Americans are like white Americans. We're just not. Yeah, black people never burned down white people's towns or ran them out of town. That's what you did. See, what keeps happening, right? And this is what's truly the most devastating thing about racism. White people have done so many mean, horrible things to black people that when anything happens, white people think black people are doing it back to them. And that's not the case. Yeah, if you were from the wrong side of town or from a wrong block or from the wrong set, any of that, and you was talking smack and put hands on somebody, whether you were black, Latino, Asian, white, or alien, somebody, they probably would have beat your ass. You don't get that. You think what your friends would do to black guys. If they saw them, you automatically know that in, various parts of white neighborhoods, they jump on black people all the, they would jump on black people. What you don't know is black people fight back against people that attack them regardless of what they look like. We don't go by the same rules. Black people, for better or worse, man, black people been living with white people all this time. Once again, there's no white sundown town where white people got to get the hell out of town before people come lynch them. That's not how it operates. We don't operate like that. First of all, it's too much time to be caught. We know we're going to get convicted. And here's a point, guys. This is something, I want everybody to listen to this part. This is important, man. This damn thing, this whole thing, I've been covering it a couple days. I want you to get this, because you ain't going to hear this everywhere. These men, this fight, this butt kicking, this jumping, I don't even like people getting jumped. I don't participate in people getting jumped. But know this, those men that jumped this guy, no matter how wrong he was, they will get charged. They will face a court. If white people, when they do similar things, if they face the court, we'd be happy. Do you understand? That's not always the case when it comes to us. These guys are going before the trial. I keep hearing people say, oh, Tim Black, that woman was punched. Believe me, the guy that punched that woman, he got to go to court. He's going to probably get convicted. We all know that, right? I mean, that's probably what's going to happen. But see, what happens too often in the history of this country is when white folks beat up black people, no one goes to court. Half the time, don't even get arrested. That's the difference. That is the difference. No one can prevent other people from doing things that are wrong or going too far using disproportional force. No one can stop that unless you got a Jedi mind trick going on. You're not a wizard, okay? You can't prevent other people from doing violent things. What we have is a legal system, a justice system that's supposed to met out justice. That's what's going to happen here. Not over justice, not a lynching, like some people are talking that need to happen. No, not that, but a court proceeding. The problem we have is that when the shoe is on the other foot, you don't face legal repercussions. With you, too often, it's considered justified. You get to say things like, I was afraid, I was scared. Ohio is a stand your ground. Ohio is a stand your ground area. I'm going to play a clip later that's going to really get to this. There's a lot of ramifications around that. When that white guy smacked that black man, anybody there could have took things to the extreme. Yeah, that white guy who started this, he got off very light. Y'all complain because you're not liking seeing the big tall Russian dude get beat up. It could have been a lot worse for him because this is Ohio. In Ohio, this is stand your ground. You have no obligation to back down. And you can use any amount of force that you deem necessary. Not just you, anybody who witnessed it. This is Ohio. Folks, let's keep going. Let's keep going because this thing hasn't stopped and people are still continuing to talk out both sides of their face and they don't understand what's happening at all. Let's go.
Deck with Tim Black.
So now that more information has come out, it's looking like the Cincinnati Brawl narrative we were fed by all the races is complete bullshit, of course. Let's get into it. So what we were told was that this was a fight where some black folks were chasing down and beating white people because they're white. That's what we've been told this whole time by these people. And now that more video evidence is coming out, it's very obvious that they cut the very beginning of the fight that shows it was a mutual fight. It was a normal bar fight, drunk fight, whatever you want to call it. I've been in many of them back in the day when I was younger where two groups of people are talking shit. There's little scuffles. by both sides, and then it gets broken up. A black man and a white man both step in, break it up. They de-escalate it. And then the big white man walks up to the black man in the red shirt and smacks him right in the face, and then all hell breaks loose. And they've arrested 4 of the black folks. And let's see what the chief of police said when she was asked about why they haven't arrested the white man.
I asked city leaders directly.
Well, the man that Pastor Lynch was talking about who made the slap that you could see on some of the cameras on social media, will he be facing charges?
We are actively investigating him. We take all violence very seriously. As I mentioned, I expect more charges and more arrests.
They spoke to his counsel before they went down to see him, and the counsel said no. He did not want the police talking to his client. So therefore, we have not had a conversation with him yet.
Like, what the fuck is she even talking about? You've already arrested 4 of the black folks that were in the fight, and you have video evidence of this white man walking up after it was de-escalated and smacking the black man in the red shirt right in the face, and that's when all hell breaks loose. And you want to talk to him, and you're being told no, and you're just like, well, that's all this. You have video evidence of him assaulting someone, and they're saying these people are Russians. So what happened to America first? I guess that goes out the window when it's black folks, right? You gotta make it into a race thing when the black folks are sticking up for themselves. Let me remind you that they have a stand your ground law in Ohio, and I'm about to show you exactly what it says. So Ohio has a stand your ground law they passed in 2021 that takes away the duty to retreat. You can see it right there. There was a requirement to retreat, and now there's not. And the law gives you a self-defense right in defense of yourself, in defense of another, in defense of one's residence. So as soon as it was de-escalated and the white man walked up to the black man and smacked him right in the face, everybody there had a right, according to Ohio, to unalive him on the spot. Right there, boom, done. And all he did was get an ass beaten. So I'm really confused at how we're arresting the black folks in this situation, because everybody there had a right to defend the black man in the red shirt after he got smacked. Everybody. The Ohio law says it. Somebody that was not involved at all, that was standing there, that saw him get smacked, could have pulled out a pew-pew and ended it all right there. But he gets a beat down, and then they want to arrest 4 of the black folks. 5 of them, I think. They're trying to get the other one. He's not got arrested yet with felonies, and they won't even go arrest the white man that they have evidence of assaulting the black man in the red shirt. And don't give me this, oh, they jumped him, blah, blah. You have a right to unalive them on the spot. I don't need to hear about, oh, they got jumped and the woman got hit. The woman went and got involved in the fight. If you're in that fight, anybody running up to you could be a threat. And Ohio tells...
When I was a kid, when I was a kid, I came home from school. I said, Mom, I saw a fight today. She said, you saw what? I said, Mom, I saw a fight. They was fighting after school. She said, how you know? I said, well, I was watching it. When you see a fight, you bring your ass home. You don't stand around watching. You don't get involved. You mind your business and bring your ass home. You come tell me. You don't stand in there watching the fight. Now, why did my mama say that? Mom, if you watching, I love you, baby. Why my mama say that? My mom say that because you can get punched up. 1, you can end up getting shot, killed, stabbed. 2, the cops might come and you could get shot or locked up. It's a myriad of reasons. But see, when you are bigoted white people, you don't give a shit about any of the rules. Maybe you don't even get those rules. Maybe your parents believe you are invincible. This is your country. You don't need to follow rules. Particularly not white women. Particularly not white women. Nothing's going to happen to me. I can stick my face in here. Come on, Johnson. It's not advocating for her to get hit. This is something that can happen to you during a fight that lasted about 20 minutes. This was not some brief thing and she was just standing. No, I saw her milling about, walking within the fight. It's crazy, man. Go get a cop. But let's keep going. My mom taught me right. Apparently, Holly doesn't have a mother that taught her right. It says you want to go get all the black people. Instead, rednecks want to go kill random black people that have nothing to do with it. That's the idea. And there are people right now on X and on Facebook defending it. Defending the guy saying he wanted to kill 30,000 black people.
Shows you that if you are threatened, you have a right to self-defense. So the best advice I can give you if you're not a racist conservative is to wait for the facts to come out. I waited a week because if you don't, they will have you looking dumb. You have literally sided with racist because you jumped on this shit 6 days ago and didn't wait all the information, okay? It's very obvious what happened here. It's very obvious that some shit's going on that they don't want to go arrest the white man when they have video evidence of him smacking the black man. We should all be furious that the black people are arrested and the white man's not. And instead, the racists have everybody mad at the black folk.
You should be furious, but a lot of people are not furious. In fact, instead of correcting themselves, they double down on it. They say, oh, I just want everybody to get along. They don't care about justice. They just want everybody to be okay. No, that's not how anything operates in this country. They don't want to pick a side. If you go out at night and you pick fights with people, you walk down the street yelling racial slurs at people that don't even know you, you get into it, white guys and black guys break it up, and then you insist that you want to fight. I heard the clip after the white guy was getting jumped. After the fight was almost over, someone said, they got what they asked for. They got what they asked for. It's in the clip, man. The people were talking. They were saying they got what they asked for. Because the big Russian dude was taunting everyone, calling them N-words and saying, come on, come on. So he got what he asked for. Now, if you're dumb enough, if you're a black dude, if a black man goes into a white bar around a bunch of bikers, white bikers, because you know the reputation. I met some white bikers that were cool as shit, but you know, there's some that aren't. So I want to say all bikers, right? Because that's the same thing as saying all black. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But I'm saying, if you go into a white bar, there's a bunch of white guys there, and you decide you want to get, come on, and just slap somebody, what's going to happen? Now, is that the white guys beating you up because you black, or white guys beating you up because you black and an ass? And you started it, and you started it and you put hands on somebody. I think more than one thing could be true at one time. But like I stated, fam, there's a lot of white Americans who just expect black people to be as bad as them. And most of the time, we are not. Sometimes it pisses me off, man, because I get the Captain Save. Come on, white people, I'm here to save ya. What can I do for you? They're just running in there. Hey, white people, what can I do to defend you? That happens way too much. Like in this story. All right, this guy's good, though. He's telling the truth, man.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
Only in America, a Russian immigrant can come to the United States of America, go to a black event, start a fight. Russian white immigrant comes to a black event, starts a fight with black people, gets roughed up a little bit. He don't even get his ass whipped. And the white patriots who claim to be patriots, who claim to be anti-immigration or anti-immigrant, or want to deport all these people, are going to take the side of the white immigrant instead of the black people from the United States of America. Somebody make that make sense to me. And they're going to try to win an election on it. Somebody make that make sense to me, while white America patriots will take the side of a Russian immigrant over black people. And now you don't understand why black people don't trust the Republican Party. This is point in case. Fix yourself, baby.
Next.
Yeah, man, it's the point that's inconvenient, man. It's inconvenient, and I know it, And that's why I tell you, man, there's no good parties. There's no good parties. It's really no good movements. I had to grapple with this myself because in my point of view, as an advocate for Black Americans, I realized that immigration hurts my group. It hurts Black Americans. New arrivals to the country are more or less going to compete against Black Americans for jobs and resources within their cities. That's what always happens. The elites don't talk about it much because they're not really being competed against. They could care less. And even if they were, they'd be quiet because they don't want to mess up their money. Because America has decided this is what they want to do. They want to bring in new people. And if you are particularly part of the Democratic Party, you're not allowed to talk about this unless you're in support of it. Then you can start talking that people of color bullshit. But the problem is a lot of the MAGA people, a lot of the Republicans that want immigration changes, that want a stronger border. It's true. They only want it so much as they want. They let all the white. They would be fine with letting all the white people in that could be let in. It's true. It's true. That's how they feel. But see, as a Black American here who's advocating for Black Americans, I can't be worried about the motivation. I can only worry about the outcome. You understand what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense to you. It's not that I haven't considered that there are racist white people, racist conservatives, racist liberals too, but who want stronger immigration laws just because they don't want any more brown people coming into the country. And maybe some black-looking people, not Black Americans, because we're already here. Of course, if you got racists that'll tell Black people that have been in this country longer than they have, because they came in the early 1900s, we were already here since the 1600s or 1700s. To go back to Africa, you know damn well they don't want no new immigrants coming in that are brown or Black. Right, we know that. But see, I don't get to choose. If it was up to me, we'd deport them. We get rid of the bigots. That'd be a great way to do it. You know what I'm saying? If I had a way to do that, but I don't. So when you're in this thing and you're advocating, if you go by someone's heart, you guys like, what's this person's motivation? What's their true, hell, half the things Trump's doing, I think he was doing to win an election. That's what politicians do. Same thing with AOC and Bernie and anybody else. They do things to win elections. I don't know how Trump really feels about immigration. I really don't. I can't be worried about that. What I can worry about is the outcome. What I can worry about is the reality that we're competing against these people for jobs. These people get set aside from the government that we do not get. And being as where we are in this country, Black Americans, we cannot afford to take a backseat to any more of this immigration nonsense. It's Dr. Claude Anderson was talking, he's been talking about it for 30 years. Folks, what does it take for us to wake up? There are so many people that who buy into the kumbaya bullshit, not realizing they're just buying into their own demise. Anyway, I appreciate this video. I appreciate this man's sentiments. What he's saying is absolutely spot on. There goes your big tent. Republicans, good job. Way to go. You got Vivek running for office in Ohio, a race he will not win. And what's he willing to do? Destroy, dog whistle, do everything he can to appease to bigots. So that's who he is. J.D. Vance, same thing. J.D. Vance, same thing. And people, but his wife is Latino. Yep. What's he doing? Caping for the Russian. Can't make this shit up. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments section. Give me a like to help us on the algorithm, fam, because we need it, believe me. This algorithm thing is a beast. It is a beast, Johnson. Join me on join the Tim Black Wolfpack. Go to Patreon, join the Tim Black Wolfpack, and get my new ebook. It's 10 ways that immigration hurts Black working class Americans. That's my new ebook. It's free. It's free again. Once again, that's the 4th ebook that's free because that's what we do here. We don't just talk and hold a show and rile people up. We create directories to help you buy Black, and we create ebooks. The other ebook, one of the other ebooks, what was it? Presidential Impact, how presidents get things done without going through Congress. I wrote that back when Biden was president because people kept saying Biden's hands was tied. So I had to put together a book to disprove that. Then I saw Kamala was running. I said Kamala's going to lose. Here goes 8 reasons Kamala Harris will lose this election. We put that book out. I was proved right. Not just talking, not just riling people up, not just selling shirts, giving away content, giving away tools and information to my people. We need more of that. We need more people giving away powerful, important information. Not just selling courses and wolf tickets. All right, let's keep going, fam. Let's keep going. It is what it is. Don't knock the, they said, don't knock the hustle, man, but damn. Gotta see through it, man. See it for what it is. All right, let's go, y'all.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
In my own neighborhood where I live at, working in my neighborhood by my house, and I have this man asking me, do I live here?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Dude.
I'm going to start a civil lawsuit right now. That's what I'm going to do.
Absolutely. You got to do it, man. But I want
What's your name, man? Because I'm walking the neighborhood where I live at, and I'm getting harassed.
No, wait. He's unnecessarily playing us.
But
Yes. Bring my phone. I don't have my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me and get the phone.
I will. Get my phone. Because this guy...
And who talks to their wife like that, man? He tries to clean it up a little bit. There's actually a longer clip out there where this guy first came up and asked him to see his ID. Can you believe that shit? A citizen. I don't even know if this guy's a citizen. I'm assuming he's a citizen. A person that's not a police officer comes up to a black man he don't know and says, let me see your identification. An Indian man comes up to a black man and asks him, let me see your identification. The black man refuses, says, let me see your identification. And that's when he told his wife to go get his ID. Then he said, what's your full name? And the black man says, what's your full name? And that's where the video picks up. So at this point, Mr. Patel, and I don't know his name, is pissed off at his wife, who's basically trying to get his dumb ass back in the house. She wants him to not to go viral. I can see it in her, I can't see her eyes, but her body language is like, please bring your dumb ass. Will you bring your dumb ass back to the house, please? Look.
I'm going to start a civil lawsuit right now. That's what I'm going to do.
Absolutely. You got to do it, man. But I want
What's your name, man? Because I'm walking the neighborhood where I live at, and I'm getting harassed.
No, wait. He's unnecessarily playing us.
But we took my car for the class.
Yes. Bring my phone. I don't have my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me and get the phone.
I will. Get my phone. Because this guy will escape otherwise. Get my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me.
Yes. Get my phone now.
She said 3 times, come with me. She wants to de-escalate it. The guy is wrong. He is obviously wrong. His wife, much smarter, much more understanding, much more socially aware, tries to reason with her dumbass husband. Like, look, come with me. Let's get your phone together. Then she don't want to say it in front of the black guy. She don't want to disrespect her husband don't want to embarrass him in front of this black guy. She's like, come with me, help me find it. That way she can talk to him and reason with him away from the camera and away from the black guy. You know, maybe get him in the house, give him some masala or something. I don't know what they eat. You know, put a falafel in his mouth or something. Calm him down. You know, because he's making a fool of himself. They probably got kids. What are you doing?
Please.
You see this man right here? I'm gonna keep him a distance back. He's steady walking up on me like this. Y'all see this?
Yep. I know that this is not your house.
This not my house, but I live in this neighborhood. You don't gotta listen.
You don't live in this neighborhood.
You don't know where I live at, sir. You can't not tell me where I live at, and I'm not gonna pull out my ID and show you where I live at. I know you live right here, and I live in this neighborhood. You have a blessed day, sir.
No, you
have a blessed day, sir.
I'm calling the cops.
You have a blessed day, sir. You have a blessed day, sir.
You wait here.
You have a blessed day.
You wait here. I'm calling the cops. Wait here. If you live in this neighborhood, wait.
Yo.
If you live in this neighborhood,
don't touch
wait.
Me, bro. Don't touch. Yo, who the fuck is you talking to like that? Don't raise your voice at me like that, boy.
Wait here.
I'm a grown ass man.
Now, look, guys, this man got in his way to impede his progress. See what I'm saying? Knuckle sandwich. Right? He'd have been in his rights to knock the dude back to Punjab. Correct? To knock him all the way back to Dubai. Right? Wouldn't he? Somebody, you minding your business, a guy won't leave you alone, and now he's cutting you off. This black guy walked around him into the street. He was on the sidewalk. I'm telling you, man, I'm glad he didn't punch him. I guess. I don't know. And some of y'all like, guys, come on, Tim, you're hoping for violence. Man, this guy's a jackass. Look at this.
Know that this is not your house.
This not my house, but I live in this neighborhood. You don't gotta listen.
You don't live in this neighborhood.
You don't know where I live at, sir. You can't not tell me where I live at, and I'm not gonna pull out my ID and show you where I live at. I know you live right here, and I live in this neighborhood. You have a blessed day, sir.
No, you
have a blessed day, sir.
I'm calling the cops.
You have a blessed day, sir. You have a blessed day, sir.
You wait here.
You have a blessed day.
You wait.
Sound like he called him boy too, but I'm gonna let that go because I'm not sure.
Wait here. I'm calling the cops. Wait here. If you live in this neighborhood, wait.
Yo.
If you live in this neighborhood, wait.
Bro, don't touch. Yo, who the fuck is you talking to like that? Don't raise your voice at me like that, boy.
Wait here.
I'm a grown ass man. What is you doing?
This is a protected neighborhood, and you're not supposed to be in here.
Yo, what's your name, yo? He's steady walking up on me, yo.
Get my phone. I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, I'm calling the cops right now.
Please do. Now.
Don't walk up on me no more, bro.
Please do.
Yo. Don't walk up on me no more.
Yeah.
Your ass going to jail, boss.
Yeah. I want to see who goes to jail tonight.
Bro, don't keep.
Next on.
Man, it's why do we got to put up with such nonsense? No other group of people gets treated like this. No other group of people that I've seen get treated like this. We can't walk the street. We can't defend ourselves. Anything we do is a problem. He said, please, sir, you have a great day. Go ahead. Leave me alone. Go have a great day. Not enough. Obviously, the aggressor, Kurds are not just white women. They're also Indian men. They're also Russians. Right? It's all types of Kurds. When it comes to us, I don't know what city or what state this was in. I have no idea what city and state. It's just a bad situation. I'm glad this young man has the patience that he has. Because if it had been me, I don't know if I would have had that type of patience. I would have took it as such an insult. Especially when he blocked me from walking, we'd have had some problems. He would have had some problems. I wouldn't have had a problem long. He would have had a problem. What y'all think, man? Am I being overboard here? I don't think I'm being overboard. I'm thinking I'm under the board. I think I'm way under the border. I think we all see it the same way, that they keep messing with us. Leave black people alone. Leave them alone. Now, when we step out of line, if that happens, yeah, call the cops. Don't you turn into cop man. You're not a cop. It's like some people, man, I'm telling you, man, in my opinion, there's a number of immigrants that come to this country and they get their starter kit when they come in. They get the anti-black starter kit when they come in. They're told, they're either told or they're signaled or they have meetings or they get a memo, an email or something. Maybe there's a group chat. Maybe there's a distro server. I don't know. There's a Discord server. They're a part of something where they get update and they're told, you don't have to respect the black man. Don't respect the black. You are more important and better than them. They are beneath you, and you can ask them of anything, and you can tell them what to do, and you ain't got to listen or acknowledge them or respect them, because they do it so consistently. Right now, I'm trying to get black Americans to grow economically in our communities, which is a positive thing. It's a positive thing to grow economically in your community. That should only be seen as positive. And I say, hey, we're spending $10 billion a year with another group of people that don't shop at our shops. And I'm having even some black people say, that's negative. Why would you do that? We're all together. Fool, I just told you. They're not spending the money. When they make money from us, they're not going back to our businesses and spending it with us. But they so much want to save. Oh, we need to all work together. When you going to realize ain't nobody working with you but you? We are working with us. The immigrants, when they come over, they get the memo, they get the pep talk. There's an Al Pacino moment like in Any Given Sunday. And there's somebody in a room, they're all in the room, and he's like, yes, that you can't listen to the blacks. Don't respect them. You're new to America, but you can't respect them. You can't listen to them. You are above them. You're better than them. And you should demean them, look down on them, and treat them as second-class citizens. You are here to replace. I mean, I'm just saying, I feel like it's a conspiracy. Because how do so many of them have the attitude of the man in this video? How do you explain it? And once again, to make matters worse, we have black Americans who side with them. We have black Americans who feel sad if we say we need to spend money with ourselves. They would rather we go patronize this Indian dude. You think that Indian dude travels out his way to go to a black business? You think he hires black consultants? You think he has a black accountant? What do you think, man? You think he has a black doctor? Do you really think that? Is that what you really think, Johnson? Be honest. Do you really think? Nah. You don't think. You don't think. You just feel. It's time to stop feeling the way Democrats have programmed, the way liberals have programmed you to feel, and realize that their programming is not to help you, it's to help them. Stop feeling and start thinking. All right, guys, let's keep going. All right, man, this Sunday, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack by going to jointimblack.com. You can join us on YouTube or join us on Patreon. All right. Asking a grown-ass man for his ID. Dog. He got off light, man. Man, let me tell you something. Last thing, guys. If a black man came up to another black man and asked that black man, where's your ID? That may turn into some fisticuffs. See, I look at it the other way. If it was black on black, it would have turned to violence much quicker. That's sad, But I don't think the young man would have stepped on the sidewalk, stepped in the street and walked around the guy. If he would have felt like, oh, it's a black guy doing it, I'm gonna use violence on him. This is a negative thing. I'm just saying. People outside of the black community, they think that they're the primary recipient of our frustration, anger, and pain, and our trauma. No. We are the primary recipients of the frustration and pain and trauma that's embedded in us. Because we're surrounded by white supremacy too. We're affected with white supremacy too. That makes sense? All right, let's keep going, y'all.
Deck with Tim Black.
My new perspective is there's nothing wrong with being a billionaire, but if somebody is working 40 hours a week, 160 hours a month, and they can't make their rent, you're not paying them enough money. Maybe you should just be worth $900 million.
Yeah.
Like, how does a CEO take a 8-figure bonus and none of your employees have dental insurance? They can't even go out and get a filling. There's these nerd billionaires out there saying, I want my employees to come to work terrified, go to bed terrified, wake up terrified. I mean, you don't think it's that, then they're terrified to go out and spend any money.
Yeah. I mean, I'm slowly starting to lose some of my respect for Bill. And don't get me wrong. A few years ago, maybe I would have agreed with him. Maybe I would agree with him a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? Because then I would have had a different view. My politics has moved somewhat. He said there's nothing wrong with being a billionaire. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if it's true or not, yeah. I think $1 billion is proven to be. And there's a lot of white guys with over $1 billion. Like the founders of Google, they're like $200 billion heirs or something. So $1 billion is really not that much money to those people, to those Jewish type folks and rich Anglo, whatever, right? We have a few black Americans that are billionaires. It just keeps seeming like people with that much money end up doing horrific things with it instead of helpful things with it. That's all I'm saying. Like if I had $1 billion, maybe I shouldn't have $1 billion. Maybe I should have $500 million and spend a half a billion on helping people. Then I don't have $1 billion anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because like you use a lot of it to help people. You still will never have to worry about money again, neither will your kids, but you use that rest of the money to do things to make it better for the collective. And that's not what Bill is on. But remember, Bill is a multi-millionaire now. He's no more the struggling comedian eating bad takeout food up till 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? This is a rich guy now. And now he's found a way to try to point at something, because you can't just point at millionaires or just bad people with money and stars in Hollywood, because now he's a star in Hollywood and has money. He's got to point at the people up above him, and now he's going towards billionaires. I don't know. I get it. The companies that keep hiring, for instance, undocumented people to work when they should be hiring Americans and paying them a decent wage and providing benefits. Yeah. I don't know if they're billionaires, but yeah, go after them. I'm down for going after those scumbags, right? And if you could afford, like, go after the Waltons. You know what? Maybe it's just said Bill didn't name names. Call out the Waltons, man. Yeah, call them out. Call out Bill Gates. Call out the rich bastards. The ones that funded Kamala's race. Everybody talks about Elon Musk, especially Bill. Kamala Harris got a lot of money from billionaires. Just not one particular billionaire. She had a whole team of billionaires funding her. She got $2 billion worth of money. Like, I don't know where it all came from, but Kamala Harris had a lot of billionaires funding her. Maybe Bill Burr should be calling that out. Or maybe he should just be a comedian that didn't talk about this shit. You don't have to be a political talker. In fact, I wouldn't even recommend it, man, because it's dangerous. You know, it'd be better just to not do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets so, you know, your career has all types of ceilings on it. You piss off people, and they have a vendetta, man. There's nothing you can do. They're gonna be mad at you forever because you said some things about them they don't like, and they're not gonna brush it off. They're not gonna walk it off. These people are very temperamental. Even if you are little YouTube channel, they'll always remember, do whatever they can to mess up your life. So I don't know if Bill wants to even do it that way. Back to his point though, yeah. If you got employees, they can't afford to go to the doctor, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? If you got employees that can't afford to take a vacation, they're not getting paid a decent wage, that's a problem. I would like that to change, and I support changing that. I support changing that. Americans gotta be in the right fight. One of the fights is unions, workers' rights. We gotta have those. But you gotta start, Bill. You gotta start. See, Bill, you're talking about jobs and people making money. Yeah, you're scared to say, what about the businesses that hire undocumented people? Basically, human trafficking. You're leaving that out because you and the wife on the liberal tip. You wouldn't even want to mention that, right? Because if you ain't gonna give nobody, if you ain't giving these people a decent wage and you're hiring them under the table, you damn sure ain't giving them benefits. See, it is what it is, man. I miss Bill when he was talking about Philadelphia being, you know, a bad town for sports, and when he was talking about the brawl in the palace, when he was just Bill talking about being a dad or being boyfriend or dating a black girl and having to ride the train. I miss Bill being regular old Bill. These comedians start talking about politics and they get all petrified and scared, and somebody talk to them, hey, you got to stop. Come on, Bill. Come on. You're messing up their opportunities. Your manager start talking to them like, come on, Bill. What are you doing? So then their tune starts changing. It's like, you can see it. In real time, you see them switch from being one way to going the other way. Everybody starts sounding like Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel. Ew. Garbage. All right, guys, let's keep going. Speaking of garbage.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
I am one of those people that suffer from Trump derangement syndrome. I think he is a threat to democracy.
Really?
I think that he led an attempted coup in this country. You know, he said he wanted to suspend the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. At the least, that's just not a patriotic thing to say.
I don't believe that.
He absolutely said that on Truth Social.
I will look that up.
He did.
He wanted to suspend the Constitution?
He said we should suspend the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. He said it on Truth Social, then said he didn't say it. So I read Project 25. I'm one of those guys that's like, I don't know if he will necessarily leave. I hope he does, as you said. I hope he does.
Next on deck.
The grifting keeps on grifting. Charlamagne the grift. That's a grifting dude, man. You be coming up with all types of ways to grift. He goes on the Andrew Schulz, whatever thing they do. What's that? Two dummies talking or whatever it is. I forget the name of it. And he basically gives Trump a lap dance on that show. Then he goes on the Breakfast Club and fries the fence and criticizes Democrats. Then he goes on Fox and trashes Trump. It's like he's all over the place. I just call him Little Stephen A. You know, because they both do the same thing. It's like a tap dance. You know, are we still talking about are we still saying that Trump staged the coup? Are we still doing that? Are we still saying dumb things? Black America, we don't believe that no more, right? Are there any black people that still think Trump tried to stage a coup. Do you really still believe that? That's like saying someone tried to shoot you, but they didn't use the gun they had in their hand. You do realize how dumb that is, right? That makes sense? I said it's like saying someone tried to shoot you and they had a gun in their hand and they didn't even load the gun or point it. They had a gun in their hand the whole time. And you said, did they shoot? They had a gun. Did they? No, they didn't use their gun. Well, how did they shoot you? How were they trying to shoot you? See, Trump, if he was trying to stage a coup, he has this thing called the U.S. military. You moron. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm just a person who's not a moron. If Trump was trying to overthrow the country, stage a coup, he would do what they do in other countries when they stage coups. They take the military and take it by force. They don't get a bunch of unarmed hippies or rude boys, Proud Boys, in MAGA hats to come in with Halloween costume hats on to walk through the Capitol. He's got tanks and drones. He's got various arms of the armed forces. Why would someone stage a coup and have the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines at their disposal and not use any of it? What are you talking about? Y'all need to stop listening to Angela Rye. Please stop listening to these. Stop listening to Charlamagne, please. Please, get over. Come on, man. It's 2025. You're not still getting any. Are we still pretending that these people are not shields? Are you still buying into this shit, folks? It's like saying you're trying to lose weight while eating a pizza, a large fry from McDonald's, and a box of tacos. Right? Charlamagne is a hack. And it's just what it is. And yeah, I would love to go on the Breakfast Club and tell him to his face. I would love to have that conversation with him. I'll never get the opportunity. He's smart enough to know that I'm not a sellout, that I would ask important questions. I would make important statements and get bigger. That's the last thing they want. Back to the point, man. If Donald Trump was trying to stage a coup, he'd have used guns. Last thing on this, and I just want everyone, anybody I got doubting, anyone that's doubting that I'm being honest or that I have a point, I want you to do yourselves a favor. I want you to look up the coups that have happened. Go to any large language model, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, even that shit over there on Facebook. I want you to type in, please list the coups that have happened where governments have been overthrown or attempted coups. Guess what will not be listed? Because no country on the earth, maybe some countries on Neptune or planets that have not been discovered, maybe it's listed, but there is not a single country that lists what happened here in America as a coup. They just don't, because it's not. Words mean something. Words mean something. Okay? That wasn't a coup. All right, man. The fact that I feel like there are people that disagree with it, there are people that believe Charlamagne. It's just, you know how frustrating it is. It's like, how we ever gonna buy black? How we ever gonna get ahead, man, when we have people like Charlamagne, who lie to our people for money. And then people won't even hold him accountable because they want to go on his show or because they think he has power or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They'll sit there with him and they won't nothing. It's just, we got, it's just sad is all I'm saying. Not only do we have people that will believe that, they can't logically put it together like, why would presidents are commanders-in-chief? That means they run the military. If you wanted to take over something, why wouldn't you use the force of our military? It's the strongest military in the world. Why would we use non-military people to do a coup? Did he have the CIA? Did he use the intelligence industry? Was it a covert thing where, I mean, nothing, man. No thinking, no logic, no sense, nothing. All right, I'm sorry, man. I want more for us, that's all. I have a problem. I want more for us, and I'm tired of us being fooled by dumb shit. This is dumb. All right, moving on. This ninja just said soft cool. This ninja just said soft cool. When somebody gets beat the fuck up, is there such thing as a soft beat up? No, it might be a non-fight, right? Non-fight. It's not a non-fight, it's called an argument. There's assault and there's battery. There's a verbal altercation and then there's a physical fight. Is that a soft cool? I'm sorry, Buck. I shouldn't have looked in the comment section. Just people come here who are dumb as fuck sometimes.
With Tim Black.
All right, the biggest difference that I noticed between Black Americans and Africans with this whole conversation about delineation is not how they look, it's how they think. Black Americans are very much community-based. That is how they were able to be successful in the civil rights movement. That is how we're able to do economic boycotts and be successful. That is how Black Americans are arguably the most successful and influential Black people in the world. Whereas Africans, they are 54 country, thousands of tribes. They don't see kinship based on Blackness. They don't think of you as their brother or sister because of your complexion. And that is the key difference between the two. So you can't expect them to come to America and all of a sudden change their mindset and say, I see this Black American as my brother and sister, somebody I should look out for, somebody I should, like. And because we share a common struggle or we have a common goal, I don't see it as that. It's about me, my tribe, my family, and about us elevating. So this is why people are saying delineation is important, because you have individuals who look like the collective, benefiting off the collective, but they don't have the collective mindset. Black Americans are very much, how is it going to affect the whole? We know we are judged on the whole. Anytime anything happens, like this mass unaliving the other day, and it's a brother, why he have to do us like that? We look at it as a community. Whereas Africans, they say, that's that person. Do not judge everyone. We are not all like that. The first thing we saw is skin color. We didn't look at, there was a shooter who did this, judge that person. We know America is going to look at, that was a Black man. This is what Black people do. Now, another example, this opposing boycott, which no credible Black American even wanted or pushed for, was majority fueled by Africans on the continent. One Black American with very little influence made a post, and Africans on the continent took that as an opportunity to blow something out of a proportion that most people weren't even considering. Many of them don't understand, nor do they care about African businesses in America. They've never been to America, probably won't ever have the opportunity to come to America. So whether or not an African business succeeds or fails, it's of no consequence to them. They're not benefiting from it. So fueling or inciting a boycott doesn't matter. They're just glad to be a part of the conversation. And a lot of it is out of sheer jealousy. Jealousy of the African business and jealousy of the Black American. And I think we have to keep a lot of that in mind when we're reading these posts. We got to put a lot of these things in context. I mean, personally, do not believe you should boycott businesses. But I'll say this. A lot of people have something in their heart because of this conversation. Make sure, I'm going to just say this. You don't want people messing in your hair or your food if they have something in their heart against you. Even if you want to go out and support more this business, just be mindful, be careful of doing that. But I don't believe there was no reason to boycott. You have good African businesses and you have bad African business. You can judge those accordingly. Some people absolutely understand and respect the Black dollar and have earned the Black dollar. Whereas boycott is not necessary, I believe that delineation is necessary. And if anything, the boycott showed many people just how others view Black Americans. But
She kind of talking in circles. I play this video because I wanted to get some people's opinions about it. And I like Mosi Jae. Mosi Jae is an attorney. She's a real estate attorney. And I've used her content before. But some things she said I agree with, some things she said I don't agree with. I think that Black Americans do need to spend their money with Black Americans whenever possible. Like I stated so many times, it's almost ad nauseum, fam. You're probably tired of hearing me say it. There are many other groups that spend money within their communities and they don't even talk about it. If they do, we never hear it because they grew up knowing it and they grew up doing it. So I have a problem. I disagree with her because she knows damn well that those people that she's talking about who are very tribal do not consider themselves Black Americans. They are from Nigeria, they're from Ghana, or wherever, the Congo, wherever they're from, and they will support people from their same tribe. She already knows that. She knows that they'll spend their money with their tribe, take our money and spend their money with their tribe. For us to do similar, to grow our group, should not even be considered negative. I don't get why she thinks it's negative for Black people that want to spend money with themselves. That should just be what it is. Yeah, I don't know why that's a problem. It's crazy to me. It's not a problem when they do it, but it's a problem when we do it. It's only a problem when Black people want to save their money and spend their money with their group. It's kind of crazy. Almost sounds like somebody is more concerned with the outcomes of their own business than the outcomes of the community. But what I do like about what she says and what I agree with, so hold up. So I disagree with her saying there's anything wrong with wanting to boycott. There's nothing wrong with wanting to boycott, which is just basically saying from this point forward, we're going to change the way we spend money with these other entities. Nothing wrong with that. Should have been doing that from day one. They've been doing it from day one. Okay. Number two, I do agree that there's a big difference between some of how these groups have been, how their culture's different. When something happens because of the racial history here for Americans, for Black Americans, when something happens to a Black person, or when a Black person is involved in something, there's a blowback from white America to Black Americans. I would not say that extends to people of color. These are fallacies that the liberals try to sell us. Cops, media people, everyone can tell the difference. And if they don't know immediately, they know soon after. Okay? When they identify you, when they ask for your ID, when they do whatever they do, which is typically what happens, they find out who you are and they make some different choices. So, like I stated, man, I believe that culturally we have differences. The differences the way some people in the UK behave. It's differences in the way Canadians behave. It's differences in the way people from South Africa behave in those various countries, Nigerian, Congolese, Ghanaians, whatever. It doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means they do not see themselves as being part of the Black American community. Now, if they can benefit from it, just take the benefits, just like Mexican folks will take the benefits, and Hondurans, Guatemalans, Venezuelans, Asians, anybody will take an advantage or benefit from being grouped as long as it's a benefit. But then when it's time for the negative repercussions, everybody runs back to their corner, and Black people are left just standing there. And I think at some point we got to get tired of that. I'm tired of it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of it. So yeah, I disagree with her with the idea that boycotting is bad. It's not bad to boycott a business. You boycott businesses all the time. And making this about one person is kind of goofy. It's not about one person. Like I said, it should be a mode of operation where we try to spend money at all, asking, like I said, it's very simple. It's not about hating Africans or hating Mexicans or hating Latinos or hating Hispanics or hating Asians. Why does it have to be about hate? It's like, they're not spending money with us. Do they hate us? What industry does Latino Americans spend with Black Americans to the tune of $10 billion a year? Because that's how much money we're spending with these other groups, $10 billion a year. What? Tell me. It's sort of like Trump with the tariffs, guys. Like the tariffs was like, we're spending this amount of money, or they're getting these types of benefits, and we're getting charged this upcharge, but we're not upcharging them. Do they hate us? Or are they just taking advantage of us? And why are we allowing that to continue? Is that hate? So it's not hate. It is not considered hate that you can't name what other industry that the Africans are spending with the Black Americans to the tune of $10 billion a year to sort of make it a mutually beneficial situation. That's not hate on their part. But if we say, hey, you know what? That's a lot of money for us to be spending that's coming out of our communities. It's not going back into our community. We need to think differently. We just had the largest amount of immigration in the history of America just took place under a Democratic president. We need to get serious about where our money's going, and we need to circulate that money within our community. Maybe if you're an attorney, a real estate attorney, making good money, maybe this doesn't matter to you. Maybe you have the luxury of saying, who cares? Everybody, I think businesses should be loved. We should appreciate all businesses. You can say dumb shit like that. But I don't think it's smart. All right, Johnson. Next.
Delineation.
Paris, what are we talking about?
Americans.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
And I think the theme of this segment is going to be love it, like it, lump it, Trump's remaking the United States of America. We can start there with tariffs. What are we talking about? No tacos for Trump. The effective tariff rate, get this, 18%. It is the highest, Omar, the highest since the 1930s, up from, get this, just 2% last year. As I'm going to talk about in this segment, I can't think of a more influential president during this century, and it starts here with tariffs. He said he was going to raise tariffs, and despite the claims otherwise, he is in fact doing that. The effective tariff rate at this point looks to be 9 times as high as it was last year, the highest since the 1930s in FDR, Omar.
And the effective tariff rate is up from 2% last year, for those that might see the banner there. Tariffs, though, aren't the only way Trump's remaking policy in America, right?
It is not the only way that Trump is remaking America. What are we talking about? Well, let's jump. The other big thing that Trump ran on, right, was immigration. How about net migration in the United States? Get this, it's down. It's going to be down at least 60%. We may be dealing with, get this, negative net migration to the United States in 2025. That would be the first time there is negative net migration in this country in at least 50 years. We're talking about down from 2.8 million in 2024. So Donald Trump has always run on tariffs, and he's run on a hawkish line on immigration. And on both of those issues, we are seeing record high tariff rates for this century going all the way back, well back into the early part of the 20th century. And when it comes to immigration, net migration, we are seeing record low levels, way down from where we were during the Biden administration. We are potentially looking at negative net migration for the first time in at least 50 years. And that is a big reason why that I'm saying that Trump, at least in my mind, is the most influential president, certainly this century, and probably dating a good back chunk into the 20th century as well, Omar.
So when you say most influential, I mean, statistically, how much is Trump doing?
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about this. How about executive orders? Already, 180 executive orders signed by Donald Trump this year. You have to go all the way back to the FDR administration once again to find a year in which there were as many executive orders signed as we have this year. To give you an idea, Biden during his first year signed 77. That's the entire year. We're only a little bit more than halfway through this year, Omar. Again, this is why I'm saying executive orders, immigration with net migration, and we're talking about tariffs and the effective tariff rate. Donald Trump is remaking the United States. Love it, like it, or lump it. He has been tremendously influential to a historic degree, Omar.
Next on deck with Tim.
Yeah, before we move from that, man, let's think about that for a second, because this is important to get. Check this out. So the number, that's a big number. 60% migration, down 60%. And we are right now entering a negative migration surplus, meaning less people came in than left. Less people came in than left for the first time in 50 years. Less people came in than left, meaning there's a negative. So we're actually decreasing the number of immigrants. You know what else happened in the last 50 years? Black Americans. Black Americans back in, was it 1970? Black Americans, 40% of Black Americans own their own homes. At the same time, white Americans, or over 70% of white Americans, own their own homes. Around that time, Latinos entered the country after the 64 bill that was passed that opened up the floodgates for immigration. Shortly thereafter, Latinos started buying homes. Last time I checked, in 2022, I think it was the last time they have data or numbers from it. Black Americans are still at 40% home ownership. White Americans are still at 70-something, above 70. And Latino Americans are at 50%. I can't prove it. I would love to be able to say I got a study, or there's a study out there that I could reference to tell you that the amount of immigration, because we just stated, we haven't had a negative net immigration in the last 50 years. Maybe it's possible they have something to do with each other. I can't prove it, but I believe they do. I believe part of the reason why Black Americans, the growth has been stagnant, has been due to immigration. It's not the only reason. We could also throw in mass incarceration. We can throw in gentrification, right? There are things we could throw in. Plain old-fashioned discrimination. But I still believe part of that special sauce has been immigration. Just so happens there are many universities that are getting money to do that particular study, are they? Yeah, matter of fact, in my document that you can get on my website, or you can get it on my Patreon, become a member, get my free ebook, where, in a number of ebooks that I have published, where I say there's 10 reasons why immigration hurts Black working class Americans. Some issues don't have as much data. And that's because there hasn't been a lot of studies done, because I don't think the liberals want those studies. I think most of the studies are done by liberal universities, and those liberal universities don't want to reveal the truth about immigration and how it impacts. But I do have sources. I just wish we had more of them, because I believe the Black American stagnation in a number of categories is tied to the immigration that has not ceased. And I'll end it with this on the immigration note, then we'll talk about tariffs. I wish that I could get an honest answer out of the chattering classes. I wish I could get the influential news people, the Joy Reids, the Don Lemons, the repeat people on CNN with Abby Phillip. I wish I could get them in a conversation and be able to ask them on camera in real time, why do you think Joe Biden brought in the most amount of immigrants of any president in history of this country? What do you think his motivation was? Was there an earthquake or tornado? Was there famine? Was there a coup that overthrew some governments that I don't know about, that made this a survival, mass survival situation? There are reasons for it now. There's a reason for amnesty, right? There's a reason for giving people asylum, right? Asylum. There's reasons for it. A catastrophe that takes place, an earthquake, a tornado, wiping out their structures, and they're just fleeing because they are dying. There's famine, there's war, there's coups, there's reasons. None of that took place. He just did it because he wanted to. But I would love to hear their answer to it. Some say they did it just so they could have a chance in the next election. Some say they did it to displace Black Americans. When you start saying stuff like that, they say, oh, you're just taking right-wing talking points. So I'm open, man. I'm open to Jasmine Crockett or Al Sharpton or Roland Martin or one of these, Clyburn, Maxine Waters, any of them, to give me a reason. Look in the camera and tell me the reason you believe Joe Biden let in 10, 20, some people say as many as 30 million immigrants in 4 years. Some documented, some undocumented. Why did he do that? What you cannot say, what we will not accept is, oh no, he meant well. He did it for a good reason. Like dumb answers like that are unacceptable. We're not that simple-minded where it's got to be that binary, good and bad people. No. What was the political reason? What is the benefit politically? What is it that the country's supposed to get from that? And I'm telling you, folks, I'm standing on my square on this. So you also pointed out the executive orders of Trump, 180 executive orders in his first year. Folks, that's a lot of executive orders. I won't hold you. That's just crazy. But I talked about it last year when Biden was president. And I said a president has the power. Go to presidentialimpact.com. Presidentialimpact.com. Get my free ebook. It's still available. I pay money to keep that site open so people can download a free ebook so they can become educated. So please use it because I'm paying for it, man. And you'll see the date it was published. Biden was still in office. Why didn't Biden use his pen? See, everyone criticizes Trump for using his pen. Everybody criticizes Trump, calls him a fascist for using his pen and doing executive orders. Obama used his pen a lot more than Biden. If you didn't know, they were calling Obama a fascist too. You didn't hear it because it was Republicans calling him a fascist. People were saying that Obama was going outside of Congress to get things done. They criticized him too. You just didn't hear it much because it wasn't on liberal media. All right? My question is, why didn't Biden use his pen to do good stuff that you guys want? And why wasn't AOC and Bernie and, I don't know, Kelly Porter, whatever her name is, Katie Porter, out there in Ohio, wherever she is. No, California. She's in California. Why weren't all the Democrats pushing Biden to use his executive pen? Look, Biden's executive pen is just as strong as Trump's, or it was. Why didn't he use his pen to do things you wanted? But see, everybody just looks at Trump and says, why is Trump using his pen to do it? Why wasn't Biden doing the same thing? Or you think that I had some inside knowledge? All I did was look up what other presidents have done, from FDR to Truman to Kennedy to Lyndon Baines Johnson. I looked at what presidents have done in the history of presidents in the United States. They all use executive orders to get things done when they couldn't get it done through Congress. This is what they did. And you had a president that sat around on his hands or whatever, weekend at Bernie's, or was in a coma, or whatever Biden was doing. But he did not use his office to do the things he says to do the things that they claim the Democrats are so great for doing. Trump uses executive pen 180 times so far already. You can say what you want to say, but maybe he may be the only president in at least in the last 2 terms, last 3 presidents that really meant what he was talking about, because all those presidents had the same pen, man. And it seems like, aside from Obama making gay marriage a thing, in DACA, making DACA a thing. He did deport a lot of people. I'm just saying, if you had a magic wand, wouldn't you use it? Every president gets a magic wand. Now, some things get overturned by Congress. Some things get overturned by courts, I should say. Some things get overturned by courts. I get that. Obama had some things overturned by courts. So has Trump. Trump's had some things overturned by courts. But when you have the pen, you're supposed to use it if you say you stand for what you stand for. All right. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Give me some feedback on this. This is crazy. Next.
Tim Black.
Funniest part about that whites only town in Arkansas. Black folks ain't mad, and you're mad, we not mad. So there's a brand new whites only town in Arkansas, and the gag is black people don't even care.
No blacks, no Jews, no gays. High up in the Ozark Hills in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, building houses and a new type of community. It's called Return to the Land, and it is a town open to white people only. They are millennials and Gen Z, and this is a new update of age-old prejudice.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture.
But what this sounds like is bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
It's free association. So we're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they are being kept out, even if...
you don't let everyone into your home.
Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have paid to be members. And while the men do the physical labour, the women take care of the children who live here full time. It could be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, or if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do.
You might be wondering how any of this can be legal. Return to the Land is structured as a private members association, which they believe allows them to...
You hear what she said? She said black, Jewish, and gay people can have their own communities, and they already do. We have our own communities? More on that later.
Discriminate on the basis of ethnicity, along with other factors. That has yet to be tested in the courts and may well fail. The Arkansas Attorney General has said his office is now reviewing the matter as a result of our reporting, and that there is no room for racial discrimination in Arkansas or anywhere in a free society.
Now, I've seen the comments. Aren't black people upset? Why are you mad about this? We gonna clear this up right now. Nobody's upset, Poopo. See, the one thing black people ain't gonna do is lose sleep over other people that want to create a safe space for themselves.
So the Hodge twins go on to Twitter, and then they put this message. Hey, Arval, I know your community is whites only, but could you make exceptions for us two Negroes? We're not even full sub-Saharan. We are over 40% white. And Arval says this. God bless the Hodge twins. But no. It's crazy to be out there defending these Caucasians all day, but the people that you want to appeal to might be closely feeling like Arval, because the majority of the Hodge twins content is anti-black. So if your content is anti-black, it must mean that the whites who are listening to you can feel very closely to you. So they don't want to live around blacks either. But there's a problem. You're black. Byron's black. If they're building an all-white community, they don't want you there, because it's good that you guys are nice and God bless you. And we love the fact that you call out anti-blackness, but you're not allowed here.
Build your own little town, plant a flag, that's fine. Hang a welcome sign, whatever makes you feel good. Honestly, we gotta be real about something, because I saw the interviews, I saw the clips. This ain't a town of exceptional people. I mean, think about it. If you drop everything to move to this town, you probably already didn't have much going on anyway, right? And that's not shade, that's facts. So the question is, again, why should black folks care? This is the part that cracks me up the most. Y'all want us to care. I see the confusion in your eyes. I see it. Y'all like, don't the blacks care? Don't they want to be where we are? Nah. We just want to make sure when we build our communities, we're not cheated out of the things that we're supposed to have. That's all we care about, boo. And it's wild because history has shown, as soon as black people do build their own thriving spaces, what happens? Some of your people roll up and burn the whole thing down. But we're supposed to believe now y'all just want to be left alone. Child, I'm going to tell you what really gave it away for me, though. The fact that they ran to the media. That's not privacy, y'all. That's desperation. Numbers must be low. If you got to beg the evening news to let them know that you exist, waitlist my ass. See, if black folks were building their town, the media would be the last people that we want to know about it. We gatekeep. We ain't trying to broadcast. But y'all couldn't wait to hold a press conference. That's not security, that's thirst. So no, we're not upset, we're not jealous, we're not even plotting to crash your party. Cause truth be told, we really don't care. And honestly, that's what really bothers y'all.
Next on deck.
Wow. So, what do you think about the what do you think about the all-white community there in Arkansas? Ready to pack up your boxes and go? Look, man, I feel the same way about this I felt about Sydney Sweeney. Everybody say, oh, this is bad. This is very negative. Because she made the commercial with the American Eagle. Yeah, I wasn't upset about that, and I'm not upset about this, man. This does not bother me at all. Some white people want to live around a bunch of white people. Fine. My only concern is, do we got to pay for it? I hope not. That would be my only concern. Like, are we funding these people? And I'm guessing we're not. And if that's the case, cool. There are already lots of places there are no black people. You know, you didn't need to go build a new place. There are lots of places there are no black people. We're 13, 14% of the population, dude. There are entire towns, no black people. Yeah, man, I'd be concerned if I was a white person talking about going here, man, because whenever white people get together like this, I start thinking about Jim Jones. I mean, all you got to do, if you really want segregation or live a place where more black people won't be, is go somewhere where the prices are really high. Yeah, I think it was Chris Rock who said, we don't have segregation in this country. We got something that works even better. Prices. Yeah, high prices keeps a lot of people out of a lot of stuff. But see, that's what the lady pointed out. The sister pointed this out. Yeah, these are not the major achievers of white society. Nah. Major achievers of white society, when am I going to live around these mofos? Yeah, because if you got major money, you're very successful, you just move to, there's places in DC you can live that are totally white. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, where the Potomac Hills, where it's like, you know, and I'm sure there's places like that in many areas that are very upscale and people just can't afford to live there. Gated communities. I mean, America is a very segregated country. And that's why I feel like these people are just looking for publicity, because there are a lot of places that you can move. Maybe they just want some weird thing. And you know what happens? They start exchanging the keys to the wives' home. They start doing wife swapping and dating the girls, and all types of weird stuff starts happening. And then somebody passes out some special Kool-Aid just before the cops come. Or they start planning a trip to Mars because they say the aliens are coming to take them home. But we have to all drink the Kool-Aid first so that they will be ready for the trip. But see, last time that happened with Jim Jones, there were some black people there. So hopefully, there won't be any black people in this town, even though the Hodge twins were trying to get in. There were people that said, Tim Black, why you make content about the Hodge twins? They're just trying to make $1. Yeah, at our expense. Yeah, I don't call him out all the time, but when I do, it's worth it. And the Hodge twins are despicable. This dude is straight up segregationist to the point where he's recruiting people that are paying money to move to a community where there's no ninjas. And the Hodge twins care so little about black people, about how they're seen, that they would tweet that in public in front of the whole world. Hey, you don't want any ninjas around? We're not even really black. Can we come live with you? Yeah, unfortunately, but they can't. I think we as a black community should sponsor to have the Hodge twins moved into that neighborhood, though. Yeah, we should work something out. Yeah, sometimes we got a mutually beneficial agreement. You know, take all the sellouts. Take the Hodge twins, Jesse Lee Peterson, Officer Tatum, Candace Owens. Yeah, sorry. She's still in that group. Anybody says Juneteenth is a ghetto holiday, they need to go get in that group. Then they get a wake-up call. Well, then they can't get out of the wake-up call. They're going to be stuck in the wake-up call forever like Groundhog's Day. But yeah, I got some people that can go join that group. Name a couple of black folks that should go move to this town. It's called the Return to the Land. Return to the Land. That's so funny, man. What a name for a town of all white people. The same people that had to come here and steal land from the native indigenous Indians, enslave black people to work the land, and now, some 300 years later, they started forming a community, call it Return to the Land. Some hypocrites in this house. I don't know, man. You know what, man? Truth is stranger than fiction, fam. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up, man. Hey, man, I agree with the sister. I'm not upset at all. Do what you do. Hey, do it over there. Hey, I hope the community grows. I'd love for it to get bigger and bigger. You know? More room on the freeway, man. Less people at the DMV when I gotta go get my tags renewed. You know what I'm saying? Shorter lines at the grocery store. I'm down for it, man. Take them all. Hey, look, take some of them Indian dudes too. Like the Indian guy that was earlier in the video. Take him with you. Pick him up. And how about Russian nationals? Can the Russian nationals join you? Yeah, come pick them up too. Take Vivek Ramaswamy, J.D. Vance, and his wife. I would say Trump, but Trump used to hang out with ninjas. Yeah, he was good friends with Al Sharpton, Muhammad Ali, Michael Jackson. Come on, man. He's what you call a mixer. All right, guys, let me know what y'all think about this one, man. This was crazy, fam. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, God. Yep. All right. Says take Snoop Dogg. He said take Snoop. Oh, yeah, he said hang out with Snoop. My bad, yeah. He did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they're cold, man. They used to be friends until Trump went up against the Democrats. So when he went up against the Democrats, it was all over. Yeah. He could go to that town and stay. Yeah. He did kind of make his choice, didn't he? Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you, though. I believe the Democrats have a way of turning people bad, man. I know they turned me bad. They lied, denied. They did so many things. It's just, people say Trump derangement syndrome. I don't know, man. I think I got Democratic Party derangement syndrome. Democrat derangement syndrome. There you go. Democrat derangement syndrome, because, bruh, I can't help it, man. All right, Johnson. All right, well, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the show tonight. I appreciate y'all I appreciate the Tim Black Wolfpack for being here, man. We'll be back tomorrow. Let me know what y'all think about Return to the Land. That's amazing. That is amazing. I got number love for you. See you on the next. Remember, like we always say, don't let anybody take your cornbread. Black America, it's time for us to rise up, stand up, because to quote Jack Nicholson, no one does it for you. You got to take it. Number love for you. Remember, like I always say, where are my ladies? Where are my ladies? Shout out to my moderators, Buck Bewley, Ebony, and the one and only Black Mamba. I'll see y'all on the next one. Wolfpack, baby. Where my girls at?